folks. Welcome in. This is Cookie Speaks Words instead of Cookie Plays Games live today. I speak words live today. So, how is everybody doing? First and foremost, the first thing I read when I looked at chat was Han used the hard R. It's not how I want to start off my streams, is with any possibility of that happening. So I hope that's not real. Cookie, how are you? I'm doing pretty decent, I would say right now. Pretty decent. Watch Secret Invasion, which we will talk about at length. But I'm going to start with a taste test because things I have seen and they need to be tasted and they need to be tested. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off with the one I'm most excited to eat because it's the most likely to be good. I would be surprised if this sucks. This is Churro Kit Kats. I really like Kit Kats. There's nothing wrong with Kit Kats. They're solid. They're good. There's no real reason to have an issue with them, in my experience. And honestly, I've tried some of their weirder flavors. I'm not like full Japanese Kit Kats, which have like 2 billion different flavors. I've had a couple of their different flavors. I think I had birthday cake, blueberry muffin, stuff like that. And they were all pretty good. So I have a little bit of hope that this will be pretty good. And I'll rate it out of 100. And we'll see what turns out. See if I'm absolutely right or absolutely wrong. They look exactly like I thought they would. Like Churro Kit Kats. I'm going to break it off because I'm not psychotic. Although I have just eaten it straight up before. Holy shit, this smells amazing. Smell test 95. If this was all about sniffing, this is one of the best smelling foods. Holy hell, that smells so good. Oh my god. That's a good start. Oh wow. Well, first off, it tastes significantly different than a regular Kit Kat, which is good. It shouldn't taste exactly like a Kit Kat. I think this is pretty fucking bomb. Pretty fucking bomb. Couple more tastes to make sure. This is so good. It's a lot. It's basically a super cinnamon Kit Kat. This is outstanding. I mean, honestly, they could have said this was a cinnamon roll Kit Kat. I would know the difference. I mean, it's basically cinnamon. So to call it a churro Kit Kat, you call it a cinnamon roll Kit Kat, call it a snickerdoodle Kit Kat. They all basically could have qualified for the same thing. This is great. I have no problems with this. See, I'm a sucker for cinnamon in general. So cinnamon is almost always going to be a good choice. But this is terrific. I'm trying to think if this tastes better in Kit Kat form than it would in a lot of other candies. Or maybe I just love cinnamon, so I don't give a fuck. But just blindly tasting, this is an 86. This is really, really good. I have no problems with this whatsoever. I mean, I'm not surprised to some extent, as long as they didn't fuck this up. It's just wafers inside a fantastic cinnamon shell, basically. I don't know what to compare it to, really. I feel like I've had stuff like this before. But damn, it's good. I will make no complaints about that whatsoever. What are you guys talking about? Don't know why I like cereal so much. He's a 30-year-old man. What's wrong with you? You think that you have to be a kid to eat cereal? What are you? What is this bullshit? I don't want to hear that crap. Cereal is horrible for you. I won't pretend like it's not. But I do like cereal. It's very rare to find a cereal that's actually legitimately good for you. So, with that being said, let's get to the cereals. So this is Frosted Lemon Cheerios. I know you guys actually talked about really liking Cheerios the other day. I told you that I really like Frosted Cheerios. Frosted Lemon Cheerios? I don't know what this is going to be like. But unlike the last time that I had Cheerios on the stream, I'm not going to pour out as much this time. Because last time I poured out too much, and I didn't want to really eat all that. So let's take a look at the bowl. Get the bowl can. Whoa. That's a smell. Whoa. I don't know if I like that or not, but that is a smell. That is an unusual smell for sure. All right, let's get the bowl cam going. That's not a bowl cam. Deeper. Bowl cam. That's close enough to a bowl cam. Okay, so we got the bowl cam going. Bowl cam. That's still probably more cereal than I wanted to put in there. Now this is oat milk, so I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't think I've ever had oat milk before. I was a little worried for a second that it was literally gonna come out as chunks. It would be like oatmeal that went horribly wrong. So I don't know how oat milk's gonna work. Make sure they get a good even coating of the milk. Don't want any hard-ass Cheerios coming out of this. I need to move my mic. This mic's totally in the way right now. And let's try this. I'll be honest, this doesn't really taste frosted or lemon to me. Feel kind of disappointed because I'm not tasting much of anything here. Yeah, I don't taste lemon. I don't even taste frosted sugar. It just tastes like plain, kind of tastes like plain Cheerios, which I don't like plain Cheerios. I mean, it's alright. I mean, plain Cheerios aren't terrible, and I feel a little bit of sweetness in this, but for the most part, I'm getting a little bit of the lemon, but I'm not really getting much lemon out of this. This is overall pretty disappointing. I mean, it's edible. I'm not going to not eat this. But, yeah. It's also my first taste of oat milk, which also doesn't really do much for me. Yeah. I think this is like a 46. It's shocking to me. I figure it's Frosted Cheerios, and you added lemon. I mean, how bad could that possibly be? This is not what I expected. I mean, it's not. It doesn't taste nasty. It just doesn't taste like much of anything. I get a very small hint of lemon and a very small hint of sugar. All right, what are you freaking out about for me mixing the cereal? What does that even mean? I put the cereal in milk. What, do you not put cereal in milk? You stopped saying the same comment over and over again? 46 is very specific. Yeah, I like to be very specific. I don't want to be boring like those people that only say 45 or say 50, or I go straight down because you have to know exactly how bad or good this is. It's very important to me that you know for sure. Alright, so yeah, the entire experience. Why shouldn't I stir it? It doesn't make any sense. Why do you keep going on about this already? You're already annoying me. What do you mean I shouldn't stir it? What does that even mean? Twitch is tweaking. I don't know what that means either. Alright, so next up. This is actually the one I had the least amount of hope in because it's another lame... Well, it's not a lame cereal. It's another one of those movie cereals. But this is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse cereal with stuff in it. So this could taste really nasty, to be honest. I don't know. I stirred it so that every piece would get some milk on it. Because there's not a lot of milk in it. But yeah. It looks colorful. I mean, it's basically red, white, and blue, more or less. Kind of weird colors for marshmallow. It should be red and black, but whatever. I guess black cereal could look strange. I don't know. I mean, it's basic. Oh, I poured more than I wanted to. Let's get the bowl cam going. Whoops. I don't even know what this is supposed to taste like. Does it? tell me a definition at all? Berry flavored sweetened corn syrup with marshmallows and other natural flavors. I doubt they're natural, but sure. All right. So this looks exactly like a certain cereal that I can't remember. I don't know. I have a little bit of hope for this, but at the same time, it's probably going to taste pretty average at best. I don't know. I'd take average at this point. I'm going to stir it so it gets some milkage. Go fuck what Han says. I need milkage on my cereal. Alright. Let's see what happens here. It's a pretty strong berry flavor. Not bad, though. Get one with marshmallows in it. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, it's not like super creative or anything, but I mean, it's pretty good. It's better than that stupid Hot Wheels cereal. I'm trying to think what the cereal is that it basically copied and threw marshmallows into it. I mean, it kind of tastes like Trix, but the sweetened puff is like kind of like Reese's Puffs, but it's not. But it tastes like berries. I mean, it's not bad. Honestly, I'd probably give that a 70. That's a pretty good cereal. I mean, I don't know how original it is. I don't think it really is, but I mean, it's good. Man, the movie kicked ass, and the cereal kind of kicks ass too. 70 is pretty fucking good. I am impressed. And I guess as far as oat milk goes, I mean, the oat milk tasted fine. 70. I'll take it. I'm pretty happy. With the Frosted Lemon Cheerios, a real painful disappointment here. I really thought this would be better. I'm still gonna eat it. I don't waste food. I'm not cool like that. I can't fucking close the box. But Miles Morales cereal, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Why is the box exploding at the bottom? That's a different problem that I'll deal with later. 70. Solid cereal. Solid cereal for all you cereal people. But this, the Kit Kat churro flavor, this is where it's at. 86. Really fucking good. Why is there a fucking gnat in here? Because I got food everywhere. Get out of here, Gnat. I can't talk. Fighting climate change. Is that fighting climate change? Because I'm eating my I'm not throwing food away. Not wasting milk either. I'm a good man. But these Kit Kats, man. Like, these are worthy of a brother test. I'm gonna have to have my brother try those out. Fuck my butt. Try those out later. God, that is just really good. I don't know what to compare this to. I don't think I've had anything like it, but it's really good. Very good. All right, I'm relatively happy. Just got some disappointment with the Frosted Lemon Cheerios, but, you know, Cheerios kind of always at least will give you the, you know, it is what it is. It tastes healthy. I don't know if it actually is healthy. It probably isn't, but it tastes kind of healthy. I don't have cockroaches. Have your brother join the stream. Was not part of my plan. I don't know if my brother would ever want to do that, but I certainly don't want him to do it right now. So, that brings us to the main event. The main event is Secret Invasion Episode 1. I will keep it spoiler-free. Chat, I expect you to keep it spoiler-free until I decide that we're going into the spoiler part of the stream. So for now, We're going to keep everything spoiler free, okay, chat? So, here's what I'm going to say about the episode as a whole and how I felt about all the individual parts that is okay to talk about because it's already been spoiled. So, as you guys know, MCU and me haven't been on good terms lately. I feel like I say this every time I talk about the MCU at all, but yeah, not on super great terms at the moment. However, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was pretty solid, gave me a little bit of hope again that maybe the MCU might be able to recover to some extent. And the Secret Invasion was always interesting to me, kind of giving you guys a recap of what I've been talking about for the past few months, but I love seeing Samuel Jackson and his Nick Fury in more of the title role as being one of the main characters. I really like to see that, so I was kind of excited to see how he would do in this. Emilia Clarke is coming into this, which makes her, I think, the only actor to be in Star Wars MCU and the Game of Thrones, which makes her elite of the elite, that she's managed to be in all of my nerd franchises. But anyway, that's not the point. I love Emilia Clarke, so I was happy to see her getting work, honestly. She's had a terrible run. So I had some excitement going into this. After watching the first episode, I feel pretty good. I will say, I'm going to start with some criticisms. Criticisms I have of it is they have a lot to explain. And honestly, I'm not sure the MCU will. So, like, right now, if I was to say how good was it out of 100, I would say this episode was probably a 75. I really like this episode. I thought this was a solid episode. It got my interest. It got me going in the right direction. However, the one problem I do have is they still have a lot of explaining to do. And the MCU doesn't exactly have the best track record of putting up a bunch of things that they need to explain, and then by the end of the series, they do explain it. But they have intrigued me. They have piqued my interest. And they have done a lot of things in this episode that the rest of the MCU, especially recent MCU, have not been doing. This first episode is pretty dark. At least for the MCU, it's pretty dark. I'm not going to say you're about to watch some fucking horror movie here, but it's pretty dark for the MCU so far. So I kind of like that. I like the mystery that's around this entire series. But I will also say the MCU has not done mystery well at all. Almost, even when the MCU is good, they struggle with mystery. So I'm pretty doubtful that it's going to work out. But right now, it's pretty good. I'm pretty interested. I thought the acting was pretty damn good by all involved. Ben Mendelsohn, which we didn't get to see. I mean, we saw him obviously in Captain Marvel, but yeah, I want to see more of him. I love him as an actor. Director Krennic in Rogue One, if you guys don't know who Ben Mendelsohn is he's a terrific actor. I really liked him in this for the short amount of time that he was in it. I really enjoyed his performance. I just always do. Samuel L. Jackson, I still enjoy him a lot as the role of Nick Fury. I think he was still very enjoyable to watch in this. And I kind of like the fact that they're doing something a little different with his character. It looks like. I mean, we'll see if that actually goes anywhere, or if in the end they won't really do anything with that. But I like. I do like that they're trying to do something different with his character. At least it looks like they're going to. Maria Hill shows up in this. Emilia Clarke's character is. I just love Emilia Clarke, but I think is an interesting character, and definitely by the end of it really does actually surprise you. And it feels like this entire episode to some extent was supposed to say, yeah, we're not going to do everything you expect us to do. And I think that's what excites me the most is like, oh, is the MCU finally learning its lesson to do something a little different, a little more interesting? Are they actually going to do it? Remains to be seen, but at least for one episode, at least at this moment, they have done that. They are doing something a little bit different. They are trying something a little new, at least in this one episode. I don't know if that's going to last. I don't know if this entire series is going to stay with that. I don't know if they're going to undo everything they did in this first episode, but at least with this first episode, yes. That is a start. That is getting somewhere. And I enjoyed the episode. And I'm interested in how it ended. I'm not going to talk about that yet because that's a big spoiler, obviously, but the storyline is interesting. The whole system is very kind of puts you on edge to some extent, and if they keep going the route that they're going, I think that this could really be a very good series. It could be a really good show. I think all the actors involved, Olivia Colman wasn't in it super long, but I enjoyed her character while she was on screen. There hasn't been an annoying character, there hasn't been an annoying scene, and there was like no jokes. There was like maybe 1 to 2 jokes, and they were very minor and didn't feel out of place. Like the MCU, at least through one episode, didn't do any of their stupid shit that they've done over the past couple of years. They've kept this actually interesting, like a spy, thriller, espionage kind of thing. So I'm excited for it. They've piqued my interest. They've made me think, at least so far, that maybe they've learned some things and are going to try to do things differently. But yeah. I guess we'll kind of see. So since since the entire chat is only talking about AI, yeah, okay. So what you're talking about is the intro, because the intro for Secret Invasion is done with AI art, I guess, in one way or another. But I think that the AI art, I guess you could think of it as being immoral to some extent, but I guarantee this is where this is going. I don't think there's any way any of us really believe that. I don't know how deep to go into this, but yeah, I expect AI to be used for everything. But yeah, I don't think the AI is like abysmally bad either. I didn't realize it was AI at first. I actually had to watch something later that told me it was AI, because and I have to be perfectly honest and transparent here. When I first saw that intro, I'm like, wow, that was an amazing intro. And then I learned later it was done by AI, and I'm like, okay, that's a little more lame, but that was amazing. Obviously, if I was being honest with myself, when I thought it was done by a human, I thought it was amazing. I thought it was one of the best intros that the MCU's ever had. Then I found out it was AI, and I'm like, oh, well, that makes me feel a little differently about it. But at the same time, obviously, I thought it was good. So the real honest answer was, I thought it looked incredible. That's the truth of it. So that's the truth of what it was. It looked I thought it looked pretty beautiful, to be honest. I thought it looked impressive. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's where things go. I don't want this entire thing to be about AI. Were that many people pissed about the AI? I didn't even know that the AI was something everybody was so incredibly worried about. I thought it was pretty incredible. I thought it looked pretty fucking good. So I was impressed by that part, but at the same time, I guess I'm not impressed because it's AI at the same time. Anyway, I guess that was all you guys want to talk about. The only thing I see is AI. It's kind of surprised, to be honest. Like, I guess I could understand because they don't have to pay an artist to do it if AI can do it. I mean, do you really think that they should pay an artist when AI could do the same thing? I mean, that's how the world works. They're not going to pay somebody if AI can do it. I mean, it's not a good slippery slope. I'm with you. I get it. But yeah, and now Hanshot Lass is going on another Michael Waldron rant. Anyway, I did not think this was a bad episode by any stretch. I thought it was actually a very good episode, but they're gonna have to show me a lot more. Like, this episode could be made bad if the rest of the episodes don't answer any of the questions that were originated in this episode, which happens all the time. I mean, I really liked the first few episodes of WandaVision, but WandaVision overall as a series sucked because of the way it ended. So if they end it really badly, then this episode being good won't really matter in the end. So it's like this episode right now by itself, I think is a good episode, but it's not necessarily going to matter if down the road, they don't make up for it and stuff. Oh my God. I don't know how to respond if I've already done the Michael Waldron stuff and this AI stuff, man. I don't know why this is bothering people as much as it is. I thought we are we new to seeing AI? Like AI's been doing incredible art that that is just incredible looking. I think we can all expect that that's going to be the new norm. I love the comic and the lead up to it was so good. They should have saved Secret Invasion for after the Multiverse Saga. Maybe. I will say one thing, this whole Secret Invasion thing seems to be pretty abruptly a problem. Like it kind of seems like they didn't do a whole lot of like leading up to this in other movies and other TV shows. We're just kind of already here. We already have this problem. We're already in this situation. But yeah, I don't know. Like that part they probably could have done better. Sorry, give me 1 second. But it was pretty quick. Like things were happening relatively quick. Maybe too quick in this episode. But yeah, I think that was pretty interesting for me. So, since I have almost no viewers, no offense guys, but is there a point to me going into spoilers? Because I don't even know if you guys have seen it. Like I don't want to go into spoilers and then I'm literally talking to one person. Because I don't know how many of you guys actually have seen it. There's a legitimate question here. How many people would even be here if I went into spoilers? Legitimately kind of asking. Because I don't have to do spoilers. I don't have to go into spoilers at all. Because there is a pretty big spoiler in it that I obviously could talk about. But that would be it. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll just talk to you guys. Because there's the amount of people in here is just so low. I don't think there's any point to even going into spoilers at this point. Talos has the face of the S.H.I.E.L.D. director. What? I don't know what that means. Ben Mendelsohn? I will say one thing that's a little weird is that I think that all of the Skrull can't they transform into anybody at any time? Like, I don't understand why the Skrull have certain human forms. I find that part kind of weird. That they only, Skrull usually only copy one human at a time. But obviously Skrull can copy more than one human. So why do they all keep copying the same human? Like, there's some weird things that, another point is what I'm trying to say, these are things that I don't necessarily want to kill them on after one episode, but I don't know if they're going to explain any of that kind of stuff or not. Because they very well might not. I should transform into hot chicks. Well, I mean, there's Emilia Clarke, I guess. That is a hot chick. Did Emilia Clarke's character show up? Yeah. She did show up. She actually had a pretty big part in the first episode. Ben took the face of the S.H.I.E.L.D. director. That's who he plays most of the time. The face of the S.H.I.E.L.D. director. That's who he plays most of the time. It had the same voice. Yeah, I think I remember that. I don't remember that well, to be honest. But the Skrull and being able to take over faces, they do have some issues in that kind of department to some extent. Because if Skrull can just change into anybody at any time, how are they're going to have to find some way to know how to take one another over. So yeah, some of that stuff's kind of weird. I don't know how they would even try to explain that kind of crap. I really don't. I don't remember Captain Marvel that well, to be honest with you. The Talos kill him. Ugh. I mean, I don't think he did. But some of the rules on what the scroll can and can't do are still kind of up in the air. My thing is like there's a lot that they could explain in coming episodes. This is kind of where I feel. I feel like this episode was good in and of itself, but they have some work they got to do before the series ends, and I'm not really entirely sure they're going to be able to do that. Am I excited for Ahsoka? Not really. I mean, maybe if Rebels gets better at some point, because it sounds like it's basically. I don't have a lot of hope for Ahsoka, to be honest. After how bad Mandalorian season 3 was, I don't have a lot of hope for it. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see it being really good. Yeah, Moon Knight's another show that started off good and turned out bad. So I mean, the MCU, like, this means very little. Like, I like it. It was a good first episode. I enjoyed it. But it means nothing because the MCU, usually Falcon and Winter Soldier, I thought had a good first episode. I thought they started out strong. And then they kind of fell apart after that. I mean, I hope Ahsoka's good. I don't ever hope a show that I watch is bad. But I don't have a lot of hope for it. Yeah, I don't know. I think like WandaVision started out well. I thought Falcon and Winter Soldier started out well. Moon Knight started out well. They all did not end well. So this could just be another MCU TV show that starts out well and then kind of falls apart. The emotes are broke again. Season 3, episode 3 was the only good Mando episode. Yeah, but in the end, that was also a bad episode because they didn't explain it. See, that would have been kind of another explanation of an episode that's good if they do something with it. But then when you don't, then it's just not a good episode. It's kind of what The Force Awakens ultimately has always had the weird argument of being like, on its own, it's a pretty good movie, but it doesn't fit at all with The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. Like, they failed so badly after The Force Awakens, it kind of diminishes a lot of the stuff that was good about The Force Awakens. So it's hard to judge the beginning of a story. It really is. Wow. Man. I have no idea what you're talking about, Hotshot Last. You obviously, I'm not going to know what that means. What episode was the best episode of any Star Wars show? Yeah, it was just incredible. It's the villain in Mando season 4. I don't really care. I mean, Mando season 4 to me is like, I don't care whether it even happens. Mando season 3 was so bad. I don't care about the Mandalorian story at this point. Like, it was so demeaning from season 3 that I just don't really care about season 4. In all honesty. So, like, sure, she can be the villain. I don't care. Mando season 3, like, it's weird because when Obi-Wan Kenobi, another show by the way that started out well and then fell apart. When that show ended, like, I was like, not a great show, but not terrible. And the further I get from it, the more I'm like, maybe it was terrible. It's like all these shows in retrospect seem to get worse over time. Or Disney Plus shows just seem to get worse in it over time, I guess. Like, they never seem to get better a lot of times. I don't think Favreau's... It feels like Favreau's not even involved. Or if he is, he's rushed and just doesn't care. Like, there doesn't feel... Like, that season 3 was so bad. It felt completely lifeless. Like, I don't know what they were trying to do with that. Obi-Wan being a movie would have worked a lot better. I don't know if it would have necessarily been perfect or anything, but it would have definitely worked better than it did. Yeah, I mean, Obi-Wan's not a complete loss of a series. I think Obi-Wan Kenobi was better than Mando Season 3. I will definitely say that, and pretty confidently. Because there were definitely some really cool moments in Obi-Wan. Even though plot was a mess, some of the characters were awful. And ultimately, it hurts classic characters more than it helps them. I mean, Obi-Wan didn't get better as a character. Vader didn't get better as a character. Leia didn't get better as a character based on what they did. So, Mando Season 3 or Book of Boba Fett's a little more difficult. So, I mean, yeah, that would be more or less how I feel. Hotshot Lash just said no. To there was anything good in Obi-Wan. They should have added more dialogue to the show between Vader and Kenobi and had Reva less of clown and actual character. I mean, Reva, like, the idea of having a character like her certainly could have worked, but they failed miserably on making that character work. I don't know if it was just the actor. The actor was just bad. But to be honest, Reva's, like, biography and the things she did just didn't make sense. They kind of did ruin Bail Organa a little bit in Kenobi. I don't know if they ruined Aunt Beru. I don't even remember what she did. Aunt Beru can't be ruined. She was a useless character. I didn't care about her in the first place. So they couldn't have really ruined her. Bail Organa did seem a little stupid in Kenobi. So they did kind of hurt him. Shouldn't have been in it. Just have it Obi-Wan exploring the Force and the wills of the Guardian stuff. That would have been pretty boring, though, I'll be honest, if they didn't have Vader in it at all. He probably shouldn't have been in it as much as he was, but at the same time, it would make sense that if Vader knew Obi-Wan was out there, he'd be going for it. How's it been lately? I've had a week. Wow. An entire week? Let's hear it. Tell me about it, mofo. I am going to put spoiler-free. So I'm just going to keep this entire stream spoiler-free for Secret Invasion. I don't know how many of you guys have even seen the episode. But just in case, don't throw any spoilers. Not that I really expect you guys to at this point. But yeah, at this point, I'm just kind of talking with chat. I don't know which one's worse, Mando Season 3 or Book of Boba Fett. That's actually a legitimately very close question. They're very similar, actually, in a lot of ways. Mando Season 3 might be a little... Mando Season 3 is more disappointing than Book of Boba Fett, I guess. I don't know if it's worse, though. I ruined her by making her want to stay on Tatooine when they found out Reva was coming. Hotshot Last, I think you think a little too hard. Like, I don't even know what that means. Or remember what that means. To stay on Tatooine? When they found out Reva was coming, you want to stay on Tatooine? I don't know what that means. Book of Boba was worse. It might be. It's been a while since I've seen Book of Boba Fett, so I'm trying to remember just how bad it was. But it was pretty bad. Yeah, Mando had a couple cool fight scenes, but honestly, the fight scenes were pretty bad in Mando. Book of Boba Fett had some weird moments that were kind of neat, but yeah, in general, there's not a whole lot to take out of either one. I mean, Book of Boba Fett had the worst fight scene ever, or the worst chase scene ever. So, I mean, Mando had some cool chase scenes, I guess. Overall, it was really bad. Power Ranger and Boba Fett. None of the Star Wars shows are good except for Andor. Yep, I don't agree, but I know that's what you always say a lot. 360 spin shooter. Praetorian Guards were awesome. Praetorian Guards were awesome. I like Praetorian Guards. I know they're from the sequels, so everything horrible is evil in the sequels, but like, I thought they were cool. I like the Praetorian Guards. They were pretty epic. I thought they were epic in the sequels. They were one of the coolest looking choreographed scenes was in The Last Jedi. I thought it looked epic as shit, that scene. Didn't make any sense, but it was epic as shit. It looked really cool. I can say that much at least. Yeah, Tales of the Jedi is a good show. I still think Bad Batch is a good show. It's not a great show, but I think it's a good show. I think it's better than most of the stuff that Star Wars is doing right now. Sorry to hear about that, Ryan. Wait, what did Ryan? Oh, Cookie, I'm okay. And I'm honestly doing fine. The rest of the family is too. But on Father's Day, I lost my sister. Oh my God, really? Dude, I am so sorry. That's terrible. I did not expect. Wow. I'm really sorry, man. That's I did not expect to read that. That is a fucking week. Well, I hope I can give you some distraction then. Give you something. Because unfortunately I can't give you much more than that, but really sorry, bro. That's terrible. Ugh. Damn. I'm sorry, bro. I guess yeah, there's no advice I can give for that. That's just I'm glad you're doing well though. That's got to be really hard. But I'm glad you're doing well. Glad you found some way to be doing well at this point. So, or have the balls to tell all of us that. So that's got to mean for something. But yeah, we're always here, man. If you want to talk through I don't even know if you're in the Discord. But if you are in the Discord, we have stuff for that too if you want to talk about that. I imagine you don't want to talk about it a lot right now, so I'm not going to keep the entire conversation going about that, but yeah. We're always there. Always available. But I'm not going to have any kind of relatively decent segue, so I'm not really going to try. But I just don't want to keep it I don't want to make the entire thing be Ryan Johnson have to re-suffer himself through it for the entire stream. But yeah. So I'll try to I'll try to talk about something else with my awkwardest segue I could possibly do. But yeah. I wish the Praetorian went against Luke. The duel would be dope. Praetorian against Luke. Wait, at what point would this have happened? Do you mean well, the Praetorian Guard fights in general, they were just very, very they were unique fights. They were really cool fights. I really, really enjoyed the Praetorian fights in general. I don't know when they would have fought Luke. Are you talking about in the sequels you wanted to fight Luke, or in The Mandalorian you wanted to fight Luke? Also, I don't know when the Praetorian Guards even came to be in the first place. Didn't mean to drop that shit so LOL. It's okay. I mean, you can tell us whatever you want to tell us. We're up for serious conversations here. I just don't imagine you want to have a deep conversation about that right now. Thoughts on the Titanic voyage? I haven't heard a lot about it. I don't fully understand it. It sounds like people were going down to the Titanic to see, I guess, what was going on, or was it a vacation for them, or were they going down there to check it out? Oh wow, look at the Titanic, or weren't they scientists or something? How the fuck did they lose it? That's what seems the most bizarre to me. How did they lose contact with it? How could they possibly have fucked up that badly? So I guess they're probably all dead, is what I heard about it, but very, very strange. I don't understand that Titanic voyage at all. Sorry, I hear music playing somewhere and it's freaking me out. Praetorian Guards are shittier Royal Guards. I mean, the Royal Guards never did anything in live action, at least, so I don't know what the Royal Guards did. They looked cool. That's literally it. The Praetorian Guards at least did shit. And they put pressure on people. They kill inexperienced children. Are we talking about Rey and Kylo? I mean, Rey is just Rey. Kylo is not an inexperienced child. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about something else? Because that doesn't make sense. Now, Rey, we could go on for days about how Rey made no sense and how she did so well in that battle. But that's an argument we've had way too many times, including a billionaire. Rich tourists. Yeah, it's fucking strange. I just don't understand why. In today's day and age, we can lose contact with a sub and it just disappears off the face of the earth. There weren't any kind of I know it sounds like I only watched a little bit of Charlie's video about it, which is Charlie's basically where I get my news anymore, which is probably sad. but I like Charlie. So it's probably not a great place to get my news from, but it sounds like basically the billionaire was just an idiot and ignored a lot of safety regulations or something. So I don't know. To that extent, he deserves it. I don't know if they all do, though. I mean, could you imagine being in a small condensed space, like really deep in the ocean, under the ocean, with the guy in that small space with you who is probably responsible for you being down there? I mean, he's got to be dead. He's like, oh, I fucked up the safety, and they all just fucking kill him in that small confined space. I mean, can you imagine just like all those people together? I don't know. It's just crazy. Have you watched Russell Howard? Big recommend if you haven't. Isn't he a comedian, Russell Howard? That name sounds familiar. I'm not sure if I know who he is. Kylo's still a dumbass who doesn't know how to wield a sword. I mean, yeah, but he was definitely trained. Plus, he was trained by Luke and by, Snoke. And he was the fucking son of Leia and grandson of Vader. So, I mean, he should be pretty fucking good. Tuki play Jedi Survivor too. I'm not playing Jedi Survivor tonight. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I will play Jedi Survivor before this week ends. Let me put it that way. It'll be either Thursday, Friday. Well, I guess it wouldn't be Saturday, so probably Thursday or Friday. I plan on playing Jedi Survivor, and I plan on beating Jedi Survivor one of those 2 days. One interesting thing, too, real quick, then we'll carry on. I wasn't able to go to LA anymore, which sucks, but a week from today, I'll be going to Santa Barbara. It's a beach town, college, literally 2-minute walk from the water. Pretty cool. Now, are we going to ignore the fact that Titanic is still adding to his death till 100 years later? That's longevity. Yeah, there's got to be something cursed in that part of the ocean. You know that's going to be what people start talking about. Like, you can't go anywhere near the Titanic. It becomes this massive cursed object. But maybe there is something actually going on over there, that there's actually something that makes it more likely to die over there. I mean, I don't know. I don't usually go for curses that much, but yeah, it's concerning. So wait, you're going to Santa Barbara? It's a beach town, college, literally 2-minute walk from the water. Pretty cool. Oh, cool. That sounds pretty epic. From what I've heard, there's like 2% chance they'll live. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, limited air, too. That's a good point, Han. There's limited air, so they'd have more reason to kill him. I mean, could you just imagine the conversations between the people down there and what they're talking about? That would be a good movie. That'd be a good play. Like, it's just a bunch of give somebody really good dialogue and see what they were talking about there. That would be pretty wild. I think Han's talking about killing the billionaire. I don't think he's talking about killing Kylo. I mean, maybe he is. Just send some fucking drones down there. All right, guys. I've work. Later, y'all. Later, Han. I don't know if... Do we have drones that go underwater? That's probably a dumb question. We probably do. Well, I will say this much for, like... I remember people would always say, like, billionaires... they'll get all the help that the rest of us wouldn't be able to get, and there's no way they'll let them die. I mean, if they're going to die, they're going to die. I mean, it doesn't sound like the army's being sent down there. Oh, so Discord didn't let you know at all. Waffle, your new bot sucks. It literally didn't do anything. Damn. What a useless bot. It didn't put any notification on the Discord. No wonder I have no viewers. Waffle, your new bot is a failure. I mean, I don't know. I didn't do anything weird. I just started it like normal, and it didn't do anything. I don't know why Twitch isn't notifying people. Twitch is its own problem. I can't figure out why Twitch doesn't do half the shit Twitch is supposed to do. That's a different problem. Also, I'm not sure if I'm going to let my brother eat this. I may eat it all myself. I don't think my brother appreciates cinnamon as much as I do. Oh, UC Santa Barbara. I know them. Five weeks of sunrise to sunset, no days off, summer camp work. Are you like working with kids, or what kind of summer camp work are you talking about? I think you've told me before, but tell me again, because I don't remember anything. I remember you saying something about summer camp. I think you were working with kids, but I don't remember. Hey, it's Waffle. Waffle always late. Well, Waffle's depending on Discord notifications, which is not a smart idea anymore. Because apparently my Discord bot doesn't do anything. Yeah, it legitimately sent no notification at all. Which is disappointing. I'm texting, I'm sorry. No arguments as Han just left. Yeah, Han he's very opinionated. He's a strong, opinionated person. Very strong. It's a nice way of putting it. Yeah, I'll be a camp counselor for kids in high school wanting to get an early college experience. They're all rich, though. It costs like $10,000 for these students to attend a 5-week camp. Jesus Christ, that's insane. Yeah, that's a shit ton of money. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you're supposed to prepare them for the college experience. How are you going to do that? How do you prepare them for the college experience? Aren't you just going into college? Oh, I just found out Bohan is sick. Oh no. That means I probably got Bohan sick. Oh no. No, he doesn't have an STD. Well, at least I don't think that. It sounds like he's got the same stuff I had a couple days ago. Which means I probably got him sick. Hey, Forced to Suffer. Yep, it looks like I must have sickened Bohan. Well, I think you guys are going to get a little bit of Bohan. I think. We'll see about this. Not entirely sure. I don't know why I keep singing fucking Dixieland like a fucking redneck. I don't know why I keep singing that to myself. I don't like that song. It makes me upset, but it keeps coming up anyway. If Karen Gillan isn't sick, we know who started. Honestly, I wouldn't. I'm a little scared now that she is. I mean, I spent a lot more time with Bohan than I did with Karen Gillan, so I don't know if it actually works that way. Eating that cereal still? No, I'm eating the Kit Kat right now, not the cereal at the moment. It is kind of S-bop. You can't... Or it is kind of a bop. You can't lie. I don't know what we're talking about, though. Bohan. You ready for a Discord call? Okay. Try to talk now and see if you're coming through. Yeah, you're coming through. You're on stream.
Great.
Bohan's here. Everybody knows that I got you sick now. I didn't know you were sick till today.
Yeah, I started getting sick one day.
All right. Looks like I can take ownership of that. That's gotta be me. Does it feel like sinus stuff?
Yeah, it's all in my head. My throat was sore as fuck yesterday, though.
Yep. That's, if it works exactly the same as mine. The first day I was a little sniffly. Second day I had a horrible sore throat. Third day, which would be today, was
Yeah, it's
probably the
kind
worst
of
day.
clearing up today. It's
Oh,
actually not as bad today. I think it's starting to make its way out.
well, if you have the exact same thing as me, you'll feel pretty quick, pretty good pretty quickly. It kind of comes out of nowhere. All right, Josh says, I'm 20, just finished my sophomore year. I'm the earliest age possible to do it, but yeah, they'll go to classes on campus. I'll take them around the town and then activities to spend the days with them. I'll learn a lot more during rotation, but just so a 24/7 camp counselor. I mean, if you're up for it, I don't know if I would necessarily enjoy that, but I hope you do. Karen Gillan isn't sick, but she did give Cookie AIDS. If only I'd be so lucky to get AIDS from Karen Gillan, but that did not happen. Apparently, the stream notifications for this Bohan didn't send at all,
No, it didn't.
which is fantastic. So I don't know. I'll have to figure out why that's happening. So I decided to keep the Secret Invasion stuff spoiler free. So, do you mind just giving your spoiler free opinion on Secret
I didn't
Invasion?
like it.
Wow, straight up. See, I did like it.
I
So we
didn't
think
like it.
differently.
I've been watching Boruto filler while I haven't been feeling well. The Boruto filler was more interesting than that episode of Secret Invasion for me. So
Wow.
there you go.
Wow, I thought it was pretty good. We're on different ways there.
The episode just felt very unstructured, felt kind of sloppy. I didn't know what the fuck was like going on with some things.
I would agree with that, although I think it's supposed to be kind
The
of
the cuts were
unknown in
really
some
weird.
ways. There were a couple weird cuts. I agree with that. There were a couple cuts that I thought was strange, that I didn't think was well put together, but no, I didn't feel that way throughout the whole episode. I felt like that maybe
Felt like
a
I was
couple
watching a
scenes.
Michael Bay Transformers movie sometimes. That's how bad
Wow.
the cuts were.
Okay, I didn't get that impression at all. Michael Bay.
Not
Yikes.
like action, but I'm talking like the cuts, like the editing was just
Oh,
off.
wow. I didn't think it was that bad. No. Well, we're on different sides then. I guess you guys will have to decide. 'Cause I didn't think it was that bad. Boruto does have dinos at least. What is Bohan's thought
Boruto
on the?
filler. Which Boruto filler am I in? Right now I'm in the stuff with like the pirate guys filler. I'm getting close to the end quotation marks of Boruto.
What is your thoughts on the AI opening?
The AI opening for what?
The title sequence of Secret Invasion.
That was AI.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
apparently
that
it's
was
AI.
pretty good for AI, I guess. Is that what wrote the episode too?
I don't know. They haven't admitted to that if that is true.
I don't know. I wasn't very impressed. Don't I love seeing some Sam Jackson. Love seeing him. Love seeing some Emilia Clarke. But other than that, I didn't really like it.
Interesting. Well, we're on two different sides then. But
See, the problem is, uh, I I don't know if I'm supposed to know who some of these people are. Like, because I've seen all the MCU shit, and I don't know who this one guy is. So
which guy? You can probably say it. I don't think it'll be a
the
spoiler.
one that is Emilia Clarke's dad, like,
Oh,
was
it's
he in Miss Mar
Talos.
or Captain Marvel?
Oh yeah, he was one of the main characters.
He must
You
have been
don't
super irrelevant because I don't remember him.
you don't remember Ben Mendelsohn? He was the main scroll guy.
Also, are these like are Kree and Skrull the same thing?
No,
Like
they're
shape-shifting
mortal
weird
enemies.
freaks?
No, the Kree and Skrull hate each other. The Skrull are the ones that can shapeshift. Kree are just really powerful.
I don't know. I guess I was so agonized like whenever I watched Captain Marvel that maybe I just didn't retain a lot.
Well, I will be honest. I had to watch a new Rockstars recap to see stuff that I might have missed. So,
But when did
did
you
it?
see Mummy Lady Siren yet? No, I don't think so. I don't know who that is.
Siren.
Boruto.
Oh, I was gonna say it's not
Pirate
Secret
guys. Oh,
Invasion.
Kaguya's death sad. What?
Did I miss the Secret Invasion recap? Pretty much you did. You missed my thoughts, and I guess you might have just missed Bohan's. I really kind of enjoyed it, but I also have enjoyed the first episode of most of the MCU shows, and then they got bad. So
Yeah, I also think this is just gonna go downhill. Like if this is the first
I
episode and it was
wouldn't be
edited so
surprised if it
terribly.
goes downhill. I enjoyed it, but I definitely understand that it could go really bad really fast because it usually does. So I'm not going to claim that this is going to be a great show, but I enjoyed the first episode. But I because it's spoiler free, I'm going to say that they did some things that could be ballsy unless they decide to take it away later on. So, no, you can't do spoilers. No, those I'm not. I'm trying to keep the whole stream spoiler free.
Lady
Uh,
Siren is a sexy pirate girl with a bow and arrow, Bohan. I haven't seen her yet.
yeah, no, Tesco's spoiling Boruto.
I think me and him are probably the only ones that watch it.
In the world.
I mean, out of the 9 viewers in here, probably.
I thought you meant like in the entire world. I've heard nothing but bad things about Secret Invasion, whatever it's called. I mean, I really didn't have a problem with this episode. I've like
Oh, no, when
apparently
I
a
see
lot of
her,
people had
I-
an issue with AI, but Naruto was ass. Like the show Naruto. Don't insult Naruto or Boruto Cookie. I didn't even insult it, although I was about to. Because someone said Naruto was ass. I don't think Naruto's ass. I will say that. But from what I've seen, I think it's overrated. But I don't think it's ass. I mean, I wouldn't have got as far into Naruto as I did if I thought it was ass. Isn't Amelia Clark in it? Amelia Clark is in it. And I liked Amelia Clark in it so far. Shame on y'all. Y'all shall know true pain. Tesco, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I know what he's talking about.
Does this have to do with Naruto?
The y'all shall know true pain thing, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm not going to know. I mean, anytime Amelia Clark's in anything, it's always a good thing because she's going to start doing like rotations around talk shows and stuff, and I get to see more of Amelia Clark. There's never a bad thing. Always a good thing to see more of Amelia Clark. And I really like Ben Mendelsohn as an actor, the guy who plays Talos. Like, I really think he's a good actor I'd like to see more of. So, I mean, in general, I really like the actors they have in this show. Between Sam Jackson, Amelia Clark, Ben Mendelsohn, even Olivia Colman's a really good actress.
I don't know. Sam Jackson, like his acting's still okay, but his characters, I don't get Nick Fury now.
Well, I'm interested what that is ultimately going to mean. Like, his character's so different now.
I'm starting to wonder if that's even
like.
actually Nick Fury.
It might not be actually Nick Fury. That's part of the intrigue. Like, they could do this really smart or they could do it really dumb. And to be honest, so far the MCU mostly with these big subjects has done it really dumb. So we'll see. But I hope they can pull it off. They did a couple things. I mean, this was not a very jokey episode. I thought it was pretty.
No, it really wasn't. It had a
low
really
on the
serious tone
laughs.
to it for the most part.
It was serious. It was dark. It moved a
I'll give
little
it that.
faster than
It
it probably
wasn't-
should have.
There wasn't stupid quipping. See, that's what I thought. Like they would be in one situation and then in a completely different situation on the next cut, and it's like, what? What?
Yeah, like they moved faster than they needed to. Like they probably should have slowed it down a little bit. I would agree with
This
that.
is one of those
editing part of
shows. This is one of those shows where you kind of want to have some tension, especially with everything that's going on.
it. Yeah,
You
it was
can
a
build that
pretty
little better.
long episode for the MCU. Like 50 minutes is pretty. I thought it was going to be like 20, 30 minutes, like most of the MCU stuff. 52 minutes is pretty long.
Boruto's dog shit, but Naruto was really good until Madara was replaced by Kaguya as the villain. Yeah, I really wish they wouldn't have replaced Madara either. OG Naruto's ass in Shippuden was painful. Wow.
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't have gone that far. I mean,
I mean, for the most part, Boruto is pretty much dog shit, but it has its moments. Like it's had some really good fights that are really well animated, but it's nothing in comparison to Shippuden.
Shippuden has really good fight scenes, but the overall plot, which was also most of the plot of Naruto, I just couldn't do it anymore. I still hold that I may someday go back, but it's just so. I
Oh
don't know. I think the plot overall
yeah.
kind of has lost me for the last 200 episodes, which is almost the entire thing. So I guess I shouldn't say that. Blackwell165 just joined the cookie, a follower. Hell yeah. Welcome in. I know that's why I suffered through the whole thing. So you named yourself Forced to Suffer because you forced yourself to suffer through Naruto? That's interesting. I'm getting my hair dyed tomorrow. Oh, nice. What color? Deep pink, not purple. So like the entire thing, or are you getting like highlights? Are you getting all of your hair dyed deep pink? That could be
Bone, are
pretty
you
cool.
caught up with Boruto? No, I am not. I think I'm nearing the end of it though. I'm still in
no.
filler pirate arc, yeah.
I don't know why they had 9 episodes for She-Hulk. Most of the episodes were only 20 minutes long. No, it's a good thing they were only 20 minutes long. They should have been. I mean, I guess that way we would have had less episodes, but honestly, if I had to sit through 40 to 50 minutes at one time of that shit, I don't think I would have made it. I don't know how I made it anyway. So it's probably better that they were 20 minutes. Maybe they did that on purpose so people could actually survive. Catching up to One Piece. You're going to try and watch One Piece now. That's would be quite a feat. That is not something I ever plan on trying to put myself through. There's 1,000 episodes of One Piece. Like there has to be an incredible amount of filler in that.
I probably have about a little over 50 episodes of Boruto left. I'm actually looking at how many episodes are left right now. So yeah, it's just a little over 50. So I'm about finished with it.
So like they're done with Boruto?
They're done with what this part of Boruto was. They're probably gonna do like a
Something
like what
else.
they did with Naruto, like with the anime, anyways, because the anime had Naruto and then it went into Shippuden.
Yeah, going to Boruto Shippuden. I don't even know what Shippuden means, so that probably makes absolutely no sense.
Here's where we start to disagree because I do not like One Piece.
Now, how much of One Piece have you watched?
I have watched it about 100 episodes to 200 episodes of One Piece, somewhere in there.
That's a
And
pretty good sample size.
I tried.
I think that's a solid amount of trying. Solid amount of trying to get that far into
Especially
it.
a long anime like that.
Yeah. I mean, with Naruto, you can't say I didn't give a good effort. I mean, I went through
No,
all
you
of
did.
Naruto, and then I got through about 30 to 40 episodes of Shippuden, which it is better than Naruto, and I may go back to it at some point, but man, I don't know. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like it.
Demon Slayer is my go-to. I've heard a lot of people love Demon Slayer. I've never seen it, but I've heard a lot of really good things about it.
I think season 3 just finished up with that.
Yeah, I think so. Anime is cringe, in my opinion. You are allowed to have that opinion, but I disagree with you. I will admit, though, there was a time that I, too, thought that when I was younger. Like, I would see these anime shows, and I'm like, this is dumb. But as an adult, I've come to respect it. I think it also goes
Loved
with me just
anime.
liking Japanese stuff, too.
I loved anime ever since I was a young lad.
Young little Bohan. I got one of my best friends a One Piece toy for his birthday. I ate like 10 hours ago, but for some reason I am not hungry. You know, Bohan, you don't sound that bad. Like, I thought you would sound a lot like shittier.
Oh, right now I'm eating.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you're not making like your voice doesn't sound all fucked up or anything.
Well,
Pedro.
yesterday I couldn't even talk. My throat hurt so fucking bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of how I was when we were at Comic-Con. Although I could talk. It just fucking my throat was raw as fuck. I'm not as big into Asian culture as most people are. Are most people into Asian culture? I guess maybe they are.
I don't know.
I don't know. Not around here. Not in redneck land. No one knows what an Asian is. So that's I don't know an incredibly high amount of people in this area that are into Asian culture. So maybe most people in civilization actually are, but at least around here they're not. I think most people around here might be into Asia, not around here, but around America might be into it because it's just so different. As far as a culture that is functioning, I would say Asian culture is the most different from American culture.
Did you hear about the
That
guy
might
who
not
edited
be
out
true.
hundreds of hours of Naruto flashbacks and unnecessary shit so his girlfriend can watch it with him? I have heard about that. It's actually
Wow.
a wonderful idea.
That is pretty. I mean, it's wonderful, but it's also ridiculously hard. Did he sell that? Because I would have sold it. I would have copied it and sold it to public for like $5 a pop at least. I would have bought that. Shit, I might have bought that for $10 to $20. Edited Naruto so it didn't have all the stupid shit into it. It'd be pretty epic. Asian culture is pretty trendy, especially with white girls and lonely white guys. I feel personally attacked right there. Ugh. But whatever, I'm gonna take it on the
I
nose.
mean,
I understand there's truth to this.
maybe some, but I doubt it.
I mean, I think you don't have to be lonely to like Asian stuff. Maybe it helps. I'm sure legally he can't sell it. That's true. He probably can't.
Yeah, the flashbacks are so bad throughout Naruto. They're awful. They'll show flashbacks from something that happened in the same fucking episode. It gets super bad sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard for me to overlook that kind of stuff. Like for me, that's like such a mistake for the show. I know it's a different culture and stuff is different, but when you're just being lazy like that in the show, I really have to take that down a few pegs for you. Why'd you get Bowen sick, Cookie? So we could go to Comic-Con.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
knew exactly what would happen.
there was really nothing else that could be done about that.
I wish Chinese anime was more popular or Korean manga. They're so good. I don't know. Would I be able to easily tell the difference? I mean, I guess to some extent I would, but
The reason I say lonely is the whole
never
moving
heard
to
of it.
Asia to get a GF thing. Yeah, I don't think that works. I don't think Asian women particularly like American men at all.
It depends on the Asian woman, but probably not that much. Um, yeah, I think like I don't know why. I mean, you better be a lonely guy with a lot of money. How the fuck are you even
Yeah.
getting to Japan? Let alone getting a girl. Not how you got there in the first place. I mean, if you're a lonely dude, you probably don't have a lot of money in the first place. And if you're going to Japan, I don't know
That might
why
not
a
be
girl over
necessarily
there is going
true.
to be attracted to you. That's also true. I mean, she might be attracted to your
It could have
money,
been
but
somebody that like
I don't know.
completely focused on their career their entire life and they're super fucking lonely. And now they're like, no, I'm a millionaire. Now I'm gonna
I'm
move
lonely.
over to Japan and
You should,
get laid, I
you should be
guess.
able to buy friends at that point, right?
Would you really want those kind of friends though? Like they're just
No.
around you, or
I'm
like
just,
even like a
hey, we're beyond what I would have done at this point. I hope that if I ever got to that point, I would have had. I've never not had friends at all. So I don't really know
but even like a like let's
that
say
problem.
this
I
like
guess
let's say this beautiful like lady like
beautiful lady.
yeah she's like, oh, I want you, Cookie, but you're
Yeah,
rich, and that's all she really cares about is just the money. She doesn't really care about you. She just wants your money.
yeah, and I am I like I hope that I have enough self like awareness to be like, you know what, she really doesn't like me at all, does she? And I break up with her. I hope I have enough self-awareness to realize that. But I can see myself getting really lost in her eyes and just like, oh, I'm sure she likes me. But I hope that I won't do that, and I hope I'd have enough
India does have a
self-awareness to be
pretty
like,
big
yeah,
hard on
fuck
for
that.
white people, strangely. Don't they just like scamming
Oh,
us?
yeah.
Isn't that what they like to do?
They probably like that too. I don't know. India has a lot of people. I don't know if we could say the whole country just likes to scam us.
I
All
mean,
1 billion
usually anytime there's like
or
some
two
sort of like
billion.
scam, it's coming out of
It
India.
is usually Indian Indian people behind the scam, but yeah, I don't know. I think I talked to an Indian girl when I was doing from Verizon. They gave me all those
She tried
deals.
scamming you.
No, I mean, I guess I'll find out, but I don't think she tried to scam me. She saved me a bunch of money on my bill. But I think she wanted me, bro. Just saying. I got that Riz.
I mean, I guess you could ask her on a date. Was this over the phone or in person?
It was over the phone. I don't even know what she looked
Oh,
like. She didn't know what I looked like.
oh.
But we had a connection, bro. We really did. We were hitting it off. It's like, yeah, it was happening. It was almost phone sex, I tell you, bro.
Oh.
You can go to Japan and get breastfed. I mean, I made that up. It's not. In case you actually think I did that well, I didn't. Cookie wants his Chizuru. I mean, she's pretty fine. I don't know if I love her personality that much, though. She's kind of... I don't know. She's from Rent a Girlfriend. She's like the main girl he's always going for. But the main character is so ridiculously desperate it makes me feel good about myself. Like, I'm not as bad as he is. But he's also having more success than I am. But he's also not real. But yeah. Chizuru, I don't know why she's... I don't know. That's a whole other story. Season 3, I think, comes out next month. I'll have that to watch and add that to my list of random shit I have to watch this season or this year. You mean you can go to Japan and get breastfed? I want a friend. Just one.
I thought you had friends.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you made friends like before the summer?
Yeah, but I think... I mean, yeah, you have friends. You just can't
No.
talk to them at the
Okay.
moment. I was trying. Okay. So you still haven't made a friend.
It did not pan out.
Pan out.
How did it not pan out?
You find any race hotter than the other, Cookie? Probably. Why do I feel like if I talk about this, it's gonna make me seem racist, though? In one way or another.
I could say what I always say when people ask me that.
I don't know if I know what you say when people ask you that.
Usually when people ask me that, I just tell them that there's beautiful women all over the world.
Oh, well, I mean, there is. I mean, that's a given. I guess if I had to think of the hottest race, it's probably Hispanic. Probably. On average. But, I don't know. That would just be off the top of my head guess. Although I do kind of like white girls because they can
I'm a
have
fucking
red
coward
hair.
and didn't ask to keep in touch.
Well, actually, any race could have red hair if they just, dye it red. I can still be pretty hot. All right. Anyway, they're all hot. Women are pretty, bro. Cookie, it's called prostitution, and there's special deals for that stuff. All right. Okay, so that's how you get breastfed. They do have panties and vending machines. In Japan, they have panties and vending machines? I mean, that actually doesn't
surprise me.
Now I think about it. Red hair
is a defect and are dumb.
Oh, wow. My sister has red hair. You calling her a dumb defect? Cookies, Kazuya. Red hair is amazing. Triss. Fuck gingers. Wow. Damn, Muhammad Ali. Wow. Just called my sister a dumb defect. Jesus. Oh, the ginger hate. And female male trains to avoid groping. Like the prostitutes trained to avoid it? The duality of man.
The duality of man.
I don't know where that comment comes from. That sounds like a very deep comment that really wasn't going with this story. Told me if I had social/Facebook, and I was like, what? Take the hint in my mind. Dang. Wait, so a girl asked you if you had socials or Facebook, and you still managed to not give her your socials/Facebook? That's pretty bad, Tesco. This is coming from the guy who was on a bed with a girl and didn't make any moves. They asked you if you had socials or a Facebook, and you still... I need to know more about this story. Did you hear that Pokimane thinks it's cringe that people are taking multi-million-dollar deals with Kick?
She's jealous that she didn't get one.
I was gonna say, it sounds like jealous. I'll be impressed if I find out that she was offered $100 million and didn't take it.
Yeah,
that would impress me.
Story.
Pokimane, if XQC,
I have a feeling they'll probably eventually offer her, and she'll jump on it immediately.
If XQC is worth $100 million, Pokimane would be worth what, 150, 200 million? I mean, I don't know how big XQC actually is, but Pokimane's gigantic. I mean, she would be worth a shit ton. But then again, it kind of feels like Kick is going for these kind of guys that sometimes get banned.
XQC is the world's biggest
streamer. Who the fuck is he? Didn't he literally in the first day do something that could have got him banned?
Well, I'm pretty sure that he started getting popular maybe 2 years ago and then just launched.
That's fucking crazy. All right, well maybe Pokimane's not worth that much, but she'd probably be worth what, 70 million? I don't know. I don't really get any of this because XQC sounds like a moron from what I've seen so far. Oh, he watched The Dark Knight on stream. Yeah, that. He did that. He watched the entire movie on stream and almost got the fucking website in trouble. Probably did get
She thinks it's nefarious because the owners of Kick are owned by Stakes and his crypto gamblers are banned in the US, and she thinks it's advertising for game. I mean, I'm not going to lie. There's a part of me that finds this whole Kick stuff very sus.
Yeah,
it kind of makes me think that
look into it, it looks very sus.
It kind of makes me think that it's going to be like a weird dump, or the people that they're offering all this money to, they're just never going to see that money.
Yeah, the other problem, I know they had Aiden Ross, who is a bigger dipshit than just a lot of dipshit in Aiden Ross. Then I got her
Once
snap.
He got told to stop, he started watching Breaking Bad.
Oh God, this is the biggest streamer in the world. Why? Oh, whatever. I'm not.
Aiden Ross is a fucking piece of shit. Oh,
yeah, he is.
Aiden Ross is my boy.
You love Aiden Ross, really?
I love Aiden Ross.
I didn't know you.
I aspire to be like him.
Andrew Tate dudes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I aspire to be like Andrew Tate and all his boys.
All his boys.
Yeah. Actually,
yeah,
that's why I'm trying to get shred. I want to look like Andrew Tate. I'm eventually going to shave my head too. Wear sunglasses all the time.
Wow, that would be a big change.
Yeah.
You're going from
I want to be
full
just
head
like
of
him.
hair to shaved. Wow. I would not know what to do if I saw you with no hair at all.
Please stop. I know you're being sarcastic, but this is still disgusting.
Tesco said, I got her snap, then we went out and bing ba the boom. I don't understand then what was your first comment about? Your first comment makes no sense. You're like, oh, why didn't I take the hint? And then we had sex. What do you mean you didn't take the hint?
You like Top G Bohan? Yeah, I'm probably going to get arrested for a little while and then get out and be insane.
Make sure to have a cigar.
Oh yeah, I'm always going to have a very expensive cigar. I'm also going to buy 8 Lamborghini Bugattis too, and they're all going to look the same.
It's very cool. Because she was mad, annoying, always asking me about it. Well, that's good for you, Tesco. No,
Wow,
it
my
wasn't my
sarcastic
bad.
Andrew Tate talk made people leave.
Yeah, maybe that's too much for them. They're like, I'll just go off to Kick and watch it.
I'm wondering if those were like new viewers and they're like, oh God.
See, I also do think Kick is probably like going to fuck over their streamers eventually.
I
Anyway.
do too. I feel like that money that they're offering isn't even real.
Well, I think it might be real for those guys, but they're not gonna keep that 95-5 split that they have going.
Kick,
It's hard for me to
I
believe.
mean, I can see Kick if the facts of it running off of like cryptocurrency, especially if it's like ran off of like joke ass shit
Ooh.
coins and stuff like that, it can collapse like instantly, like from under everybody's feet. Like,
Well, I thought it had solid funding because it's like what Waffle said, it's funded by gambling, which is, endlessly profitable. But I don't know. That it seems shady enough that I'm at least gonna wait and see.
because I mean, they could just take that money and run too, like Kick could. Like they could be like,
legally, but I mean, I guess they could just say fuck it and pay somebody off. So, I mean, as of now, I'm not going to Kick. I just don't know if I'll ever have a good enough reason to try it or not. But
yeah,
well,
I mean, it's
the
honestly hard to say
considering
what's
is
gonna happen.
the considering is straight up like if someone gives me or subs to me on here, you're mainly subbing to Twitch. You're not really. I don't see much of it. But on Kick, the way it sits right now, you're giving me most of that sub, most of the money from it. However, there's a lot of other issues. So, I mean, that's why I'm considering it. But I don't think I'm going anywhere because I have issues with... I don't see Kick being the one that ultimately takes over Twitch. And even if it does, I don't know if that's...
See, they're
good thing.
like
But
Muhammad
then
Ali just
Twitch
brought
is
up.
also fucked up.
Muhammad Ali brought up a pretty good point. I don't know if that's enough to overtake Twitch, but it definitely helps it since like Twitch or since Kick isn't censored like Twitch,
Yeah,
and
but
they don't
that
like
hasn't...
ban like people constantly. Like,
But that hasn't worked yet because everybody said YouTube would get fucked because they were censoring people and stuff. But they still own the industry.
but
I
who
mean,
competes with YouTube though? Like, what other website out there
that's what I'm
is there
saying.
that's
Though
like close
nobody
to YouTube?
ever tries. Kick isn't close to Twitch yet. I mean, they may get there.
Yeah, but that's something to where
Yeah.
YouTube doesn't really have anything in like the
I
slightest
don't know
direct
how
competition
YouTube
to it.
has no competition. How nobody has
YouTube-
tried.
YouTube gets regulated a lot more. Like I feel like the government tries to control YouTube a lot more, like with like regulations and laws and stuff like that.
I think YouTube is endlessly huge too, to the point that I don't know if anybody can compete with YouTube ever. However, Twitch I don't think is that
What the fuck
big.
is Rumble?
What the fuck is Rumble? Daily Motion. That brings back memories. I haven't used Daily Motion in about 15 years.
I've never even heard of Rumble.
I remember that. I don't know what Rumble is. Yeah, like nobody. Like you have to have a lot of money behind you to even try to compete with YouTube, and that's one thing I'll say for Kick as far as Twitch. They do have a lot of money behind them to try to compete with Twitch. So maybe they can do it, but I don't know. A YouTuber named Mick Nuggets. Boy, that was difficult to say. I said it. I didn't say the N-word. We're good. Did try with Storyfire. However, it cost him millions to keep it up and was draining him financially, so he quit. See, that's the issue. Like, you have to have an insane amount of money to actually try to compete with YouTube. So nobody
Andrew
can really
Tate
do
is
it.
on Rumble. Is he on there now?
Oh no. That's it for YouTube for Bowen.
Yeah, I gotta go to Rumble straight up.
I mean, that's what these other internet sites will try to do to compete with the big guys, is to take the people that got kicked away. They usually are conservative, though. That's because it was Twitter had its competition, which was basically just conservatives. It's McJuggernuggets. I was gonna say I don't think that was his name, but I said it anyway. But I didn't manage to say it safely. I do know who McJuggernuggets is. I was gonna say I don't think that's his name.
Damn, Andrew Tate streamed on Rumble the other day and had 400K viewers. My boy. Oh,
Oh,
I'm gonna light a cigar in his honor right now. Take off
while
my
you're
shirt.
sick.
Yeah.
I don't think cigars are very good for a sick boy. Oh man, I ate that whole Kit Kat. Now I'm sad because it's gone. It was a good Kit Kat, man. Churro Kit Kat, 86 out of 100. That's pretty high.
Wow.
I was pretty fucking impressed. And the
Oh
Miles
God,
Morales
I
cereal
almost
is
threw up.
surprisingly pretty good.
I guess Forced to Suffer almost threw up somehow.
Because of Andrew Tate or because of my Kit Kat? Is an Andrew Tate charged with rape again? Yeah, I mean, another week, another rape charge. You know how it be when you're Andrew Tate. I heard the Flash bombed. Is that accurate? I don't know why. I guess I ask you guys to know if stories are actually real or not. Protein Kit Kat bars. That would be interesting. I'm kind of surprised they don't make it. But yeah, I heard the Flash bombed pretty bad.
The Flash is a massive flop.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of a bummer, I guess.
I just didn't really have any hopes for it anyway, but
I mean, I didn't either, but you know,
it's gonna lose
it'd be nice
$300 million.
Nice to see a superhero universe doing something good.
Yeah.
That movie was in such developmental hell too, especially with all the shit with Ezra Miller, and they had director shit going wrong all the time, and that movie just sounded like it was in a clusterfuck.
That's quite a loss. That's an impressively high amount of money. All right. Well, so I liked the first episode of Secret Invasion. Bohan did not. And that basically, I guess we'll just have to see where it goes from here. There. Sexy Supergirl.
Yeah.
Don't get them. The last time Supergirl got brought up, the horniness went to 11 in here.
Well, I mean, it's for good reason, but let's all just relax.
Let's calm down. Don't need to get our cocks out. Let's drink a protein shake after eating a shitload of Kit Kats. Perfect. All right. Well, I think that'll be it for this stream. I went a little longer than I actually planned on doing, but
how long did you do? How long were you wanting to do?
Only an hour and a half. I was thinking it would be about an hour. It was just Cookie Speaks Words once, so
I usually did your 2-hour stuff.
2 hours usually for specialized streams. I mean, I could make it 2 hours. I didn't expect you to be in it because I didn't know if you were going to be here or not. But yeah. Either way, we will talk to you guys next time. So until next time, yeah, probably Jedi Survivor, probably either today or tomorrow. I hope to try to actually beat Jedi Survivor. So stay tuned on the Discord, and hopefully I'll get it fixed so it notifies you guys.
Thank you, Tesco. I'm pretty sure I'm getting better. I don't feel as shitty as I did yesterday.
So, bye-bye. Until next time.
Goodbye, everybody.